St. Joseph teaches us a great deal about patience. One of the features of his life is that he's submitted to so many circumstances that are outside his own control. And in the midst of those circumstances, he finds deep and abiding holiness, equanimity of soul, patience. So there's something very relevant about his example of how a person can find interiority even in a world where there's a great deal that they cannot master. If you think about his experience of finding that the Virgin Mary is with child, not understanding perhaps fully what that means, how God is involved, and then being confirmed in his vocation to be the foster father of Christ by the mysterious word of the angel that this child is to be the savior of his people, but then almost immediately facing threats of violence, being displaced, being in an immigration status, which for a Hebraic person at the time meant living with pagan people, with people who are outside the covenant, seeing the violence and insecurity of the world, living in a humble working class situation, and also experiencing the mystery of God's hiddenness in our world, because even though the child is truly God and truly man, the child is also a discrete presence of God among us, a hidden presence of God among us. And Joseph lives through all of that with a kind of serenity, maybe a Marian serenity because he's close to the Blessed Virgin, but also with a personal disposition of peace and obedience and patience. So he's a great patron for us of longevity in the service of God, of belief in divine providence, and in a kind of patience that evokes peace. And I think that that's very important for us as beings of hope, to live in patience that's about peacefulness and hope and confidence in God rather than resignation or despair. So he's a great patron in our age for that grace of hope, obedience, patience.